I'm Drea.
I'm Meg.
I'm Tina.
And I'm Jess. And this is Pardon My Stash. Welcome to Pardon My Stash, a podcast about crafting within the fiber arts and how awesome it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we start this episode, let's see what everybody's working on. Drea.
I decided that I didn't like the way the Bananasaurus was coming out because there was, like, I got the body done and then I didn't like the invisible decreases that were going up the back. And I'm not sure if it's because I was using the wrong size hook or if I did it wrong. So I frogged the whole thing.
Was it cathartic?
Yeah.
Good.
I have frogged and restarted this thing like 8 times now. Like, I frog it like once a week.
Frogging crochet is kind of fun because, I don't know, like...
It doesn't seem as like... I don't know.
It doesn't get stuck on itself.
You're right.
It doesn't get stuck on itself. You could just go.
Just rip it.
It's, rip it and rip it. So... that's gone. That's not a thing right now. I think I'm going to restart it again with a smaller hook size. I think I was using a bigger hook because it was easier to see the stitches, but now that I'm a little bit more further along in my crochet, I think that I will be fine with a smaller hook size. So for today, I'm working on turtles. I'm working on a green turtle. It's going to have a brown shell.
Nice.
I'm very excited. I'm using Big Twist Baby Bear in green. I think it's sage green, but green. And
Most likely sage. Big Twist likes to use the word sage.
and brown sugar.
Oh.
Yeah, it does look like brown sugar.
And maybe one day I will have a Bananasaurus, but it is not today. And that's fine.
That is fine.
That is fine.
And I forgot where I was on this pattern, so
Well, we'll let you
figure
out that count. Meg.
So remember last time when
No.
I said, okay.
I don't remember what I did last week.
So last episode, I said, I've been working on this sweater for a long
yes,
time. And
yes,
you
yes.
all were like, good for you. We're proud of you. You can stop being proud. You can stop being proud.
What happened to it?
Castanitis.
I still have it. I
Oh.
just don't feel like it.
Oh,
Like,
well,
but
that's
literally,
okay, too.
legitimately nothing happened to it. I just, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, if I have to do one more round of stocking it in the round, I'm going to lose my mind.
Well, I'm proud of you for recognizing when it was time to put it down.
You know what? Thanks for still being proud of me,
Yeah.
even though I did my thing that I do, as it is March, and I cast on something different because why not?
Well, what is it now?
So this is called Winter Light by Meg Gadsby. And it is a very, right now this is what I need to do. It's a very simple shawl pattern. It's like a one skein wonder. And I pulled a ball of yarn from my stash that I've had for about 2 or 3 years. That I bought at Rhinebeck. It is Fiber Optics Cashmere Gradient in Texas Bluebonnets.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And I had started making something with it, and I made a mistake, and I couldn't figure out where I made the mistake, so I frogged it a while ago, and it's just been
Hanging out.
balled up and sitting on a shelf in our basement for a while. But I really love this color. I especially love the blue. So that's why I picked a simple shawl, because I wanted the gradient to really shine when I get to that point. So that is what I'm working on right now.
Tina.
So I haven't, the hat I was working on last time, I haven't touched it since then. So I'm literally on the very last row of this hat.
Here we are
before the
again.
decreases. I did make progress on it. I just,
there's more.
Instead of being in the section before, I'm in the last row of that section. So I'm pretty darn close. But the project I was working on last week is the Northward Beanie by Tin Can Knits. I am using sugar maple fibers, single ply bulky in sugar maple.
Nice. That's a lot of sugar maple.
I know. That's why I have to
love
say
it.
it slow because otherwise I'm like,
am I talking about the yarn or the hold on?
I don't know. Sugar maple hat made with sugar maple yarn and the colorway Sugar Maple.
Yeah, it's
I
just
love it.
Yeah, it's just very sugar mapley. Yes.
I love it. I am still working on the catnip pullover by Andrea Rangel. I did get a little bit further. I have been working on it slowly. I've been working on more Legos, but I have been working on this. I also did just get a set of those spiral needles that I keep talking about that look like a unicorn horn, and they're called Ewan-corn by Addie. And they're spirally. They're not the what is it? The square, the rocket ones. They're not those. They don't have like the little divots. It's like a spiral. And I like them. I can't like, I think the whole point of them is so your yarn's not supposed to slip off it as much. I don't know if it's doing that or not, but I like the way it feels. So I'm happy with them. I've done 2 rows with them so far, but I like them. So we'll see if that sticks. But yeah, I was super excited.
Really, the feel is the only important thing.
Pretty much. And the only thing I'm kind of sad about is that I don't think they come in a lace tip. They're just sort of like a normal
midi
tip. Yeah. And they're okay. Again, I'm weird because I use lace tip for everything. So it's, I have to kind of readjust how I stab my yarn. But other than that, they're really nice. So, if they come out with a lace tip, I might try those. But for right now, these are nice and I am enjoying them. And if you want to see pictures of these projects that we are talking about or get more information about Pardon My Stash at all, be sure to check out our blog that can be found at pardonmystash.com for info, pics, patterns, and yarns. All right. So this week, short story, I was looking for my Notions bag, which was not in my yarn bag because I forgot I took it out a week or so ago to find scissors, and I left it wherever I put it. So when I found it, I went in to get, I think it was scissors again, and I realized there's a lot of stuff in here. Not particularly from the project I'm working on now. Some of these are for like multiple projects that I was working on in the past. I think some of them were crochet projects, but it got me thinking about what do people have in their Notions bag? Do you just have for the current project? Do you have like a set of things that you have just all the time in your Notions bag? Do you switch stuff out all the time? And so I decided a fun thing to do would be let's empty our Notion bags and see what we match with. Because I want to know.
I'm really excited because the last time we did a Notions bag episode was literally season 1.
That's wild.
Oh, wow.
It was like episode 4, and it was way more, it's not as fun. This will be more fun.
It's more like, this is what's in my bag. This is what's in my bag.
Yeah.
Let's go around the circle and empty your bags.
Does everyone have the same stuff? I mean, I'm sure I have stuff in here that shouldn't be in a Notions bag anyway.
If you got through season 1, God bless you.
I know.
I just want to state for the record, I have 2 Notions bags.
Yeah, you do.
I do too.
I mean, I do have some stuff in my actual yarn bag just hanging out.
Same. I have a Notions
there,
bag
but
and I have my yarn bag.
Also, for the record, one of my Notions bag, like it looks like a watermelon slice.
That's a watermelon.
Honestly, I'm drawn to this 3D taco pin.
Oh
that
my
you
God.
have on that
That's
bag.
fantastic.
That's really cute.
I mean, we can't start off. Which one? I have pins all over my Notions bag. Like,
I definitely split my pins between my Notions bags, so this one does not have all my pins on it.
yeah, no, I have a couple of my pins across Notions bag, but I feel like the majority of mine are on this particular one because this is my double agent knitter crocheter bag. So it's got most because I've had this one the longest, but I do have a smaller one that's sort of like 8-bit video game stuff, which is super cute, but it is smaller, so that usually just carries needles, but I like my pins.
I used to have a ton of pins. I used to have this G bag. And had a ton.
I remember
of
the
pins.
G
yeah,
full of pins.
And then that thing got nasty. Like I needed to like wash it because I was just.
So you take the pins off and then you don't put them back on.
Yeah. Well, then I switched to it was like
G bag?
it was a beige
Yeah, it had a
bag
G
with
on
the letter
it.
G on it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I had that. I've had that for. Oh, I got that a long time ago in North Carolina, and I went to wash it, and then like I went and got obviously like a backup bag, and it hasn't changed, and I forgot to put the pins back. So the only pins I have are the ones. I think these were Christmas pins that you guys gave me.
Oh, yeah.
Someone gave me.
Oh, yep. I
So
did.
I have that
I
on
would
that
say.
bag. But yeah, so I have what it's called the bag with the stuff I usually use, and then the bag with the stuff I sometimes use.
You know, I think that's really smart, and I think I should do that because I
Yeah.
just have like the bag with random stuff and
Yeah.
the other bag with random stuff.
Because like the one I usually use has like certain things in it that I use all the time,
That's
like scissors or something.
so much
and then
smarter.
this one has like stitch holders. Like I don't
Right.
use those every
The stuff
single
you
time.
don't need
Like,
every
that sort of-
time you
yeah.
go
So
out.
here, because I sort of do that, but then they slowly merge together into one and then split again. But then they flip flop by that point.
Yeah.
So your bags are like the
My-
universe.
yeah, they're like
In and
they're
out,
like
in
a
and out.
lava lamp.
I have one right now for knitting, which is my swatches are for Wimp's bag with all the pins on it. And then my crochet one is my watermelon bag.
See, that's smart too.
Yeah.
That is actually smart because then you just grab the one that
I
you
should
need
do
for
that,
that project.
Actually, it would make
You
more
should
sense
do
because
that.
I just have boxes, like cardboard boxes, that I'm just like, here, everything can live in here now.
Yeah. I know.
I know you know. All right, I'm gonna dump mine and see what people have similar though. Hold on.
Okay.
We're gonna make
Wow.
a lot of noise. Yeah,
Let
no,
us-
I'm telling.
Whoa.
I'm listen. All right, we're gonna start.
I can't
forgot
believe
that
all
was
of
in
that
there.
fit
I
in
know.
that one little bag.
That's really impressive.
I'm not going to
I-
count
yeah.
the yarn scraps that I cut off and just throw in my bag so my cats won't eat
I
them.
think we can
Those-
safely say everyone has at least one yarn scrap.
No, I
in their
don't
bag.
because I threw them out today.
Oh,
I did throw them out.
Well,
I
la-di-da,
know.
Miss Meg with
I
her
did. Well,
cleaned
I get
up
so
bag.
nervous about the yarn scraps because cats will eat them, and if
Yeah.
they
Okay,
eat them, it
that's
can
fair.
twist around their intestines. So
you
I get
know
very
what?
nervous.
I don't have any yarn scraps.
You know what, guys? Maybe
Okay, you know
some
what?
people don't
All right,
keep their bags
so
clean.
right there, just me and you, I guess, Tina.
The agents of chaos. It's
Okay, but I'm gonna start easy one like scissors. Like
Okay.
scissors, I feel like
Scissors.
most.
I have scissors.
You gave me my pair and it's cute because I have another pair somewhere, but these ones are rainbow
I have multiple.
and they have like little.
So I
Bird.
had a pair of regular scissors, which is no longer in my knitting bag. But
It's migrated.
in my crochet turtle kit, they gave me like these.
oh,
cool,
the
like-
little shears.
Oh
the
yeah, they almost
shears.
look like gardening shears.
Yes.
Only really
No,
tiny.
those things are great. Honestly, I use
I
them more
love
for
these
felting,
things.
but they are amazing
I love these things.
because they clip off little like fuzzies.
Tina is still getting scissors.
Listen.
Well, like, because some of them are at the bottom. Okay, I
Girl,
think. I
how
think
Why
many
do you have
scissors
so
you
many
got?
scissors?
I technically should have two of these collapsible ones.
Okay, the collapsible
Mine
ones are
broke.
cool.
I
So I
know.
missed
I have
those.
two knit kits.
Oh yeah, I have my.
And the knit kit has like a.
I'll say I
collapsible
have
that
my
comes
knit
with
kit
it.
ones.
Yeah, so if you don't know what the knit kit is, it is literally called the knit kit, and there's also and you can basically it has like it's like a good little mobile option that you can take with you. We've talked about it before.
Yeah,
but they're
it's
still
really
around.
cool. I also have a knit kit
Yeah.
in my kit, and the best part for me for this one is that it has a 3-number row counter.
Yeah,
Yes, no, that is the
that
best.
is awesome because most row counters do stop at 2. I had a digital one that went up to 3, but the battery ran out, and I don't feel like figuring out how to change it. So.
I have two of them, the knit kits. I don't know where my second. I know it's somewhere in here, but there's two collapsible, and then I have Old Reliable, which I've had. This is an old.
Those are nice.
This is an old pair from Joann's, and it was from a sewing kit.
I would say those definitely look like sewing
those
scissors,
are sewing
but
scissors.
Yeah, but they're so useful.
Yeah,
for,
no, they're
you
so
know?
good.
And then I have these. These are I call them my plain ones. They're itty bitty.
Oh,
those
they're
are
so tiny.
They're sharp though. Look
Wow,
at
they're
very
tiny.
sharp,
Like
yeah.
like they are literally they're tinier than the tiny scissors. Like,
Yeah,
if you're
I-
thinking we're talking about the tiny scissors, these are like even half the size.
Yeah,
of that. They're
it's
cute.
just enough that if I were to stab somebody with them, they would go like, "Ow!"
yeah.
just enough.
But hey,
Just
I can't.
enough.
Oh, you know what? Okay,
We don't endorse
hold on.
stabbing people on this podcast.
All right. So if the airline industry is listening to this, please let me through TSA. I won't stab anybody with my tiny minuscule scissors. Thank you. These are what those are for. They always get through TSA. So they're good like that.
All right. So scissors, we all have a cutting device. All right. Next one I'm going to do is, because it's another pretty common one, a row counter. I'm not gonna count my my knit kit anymore, but
Got it.
yeah, see row counter.
Plain, boring green one for the win.
If you have the knit kit, that row counter does count, but I have a separate little
I'm not gonna count the
cheap
knit kit anymore.
like I think we got a just bag of these, and I lose them all the time.
spoolies.
The cats use them as toys.
I have
Drea's
3.
got a collection.
Yeah,
of
look at
spoolies
that.
going on right here.
Oh, you got one that's like different too. I like that
Yeah,
one.
I've got
That's a
3.
big
I've
one.
got 3 different ones. I've got a small black one. I've got a small red one, and then I got a big black one.
I like these ones because depending on the needle, like you can just leave it on the needles depending on the project. That was the thing.
I don't. Oh, there's another pair of scissors in here.
Oh my god.
Hold on. So this is a kit I just got.
It's cute.
It's all black.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so everything in it's
Everything's black. Okay, so this kit I
Is
got.
that a file?
Yes. You know what? I'll be completely honest with you. I bought this. I think it was last year. It was like closer to Christmas time, and it was a little pre-order for this, or they just like sold out of this like kit and it says like knits black at night. I can't remember the exact name of the item, but basically it's a little tin with like all black items. And
cute.
and if you've ever seen me in public, all I wear is freaking black. So I was like, ooh, this is nice. So I've actually never opened it. I've taken it with me.
Is this the first time you're going through it?
So like I've taken out the tape measure and I've taken out this sticker before, but I haven't actually like dumped the whole thing out. So let me just, because I think I see. Yeah, look at these. They're even smaller.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I mean
Okay,
the
those are
eyes are
really
like
funny.
huge, which is
Oh
hilarious.
my god. Yeah, the eyes of those are massive.
Like
So
that-
if,
like-
don't worry about those fat fingers, guys. They will get through.
I love these.
Okay, so but I was trying to see if it had a
a row counter?
I don't think it does. I think I always rely on my knit kit one.
That's
so
fair.
I don't have an additional one outside of that.
All right. So 3 but not 1. Okay.
Those
All
are the
right.
cutest little scissors.
Other comment. I have tapestry needles. I have like a little a tube that has 2 big tapestry needles and then 3 like actual sharp I think they're upholstery needles or something similar to that because I like to stab my knitting when I weave my ends in.
Just remind me. I just threw a stitch marker on the ground. Just someone remind me of that.
But yeah,
I'm
tapestry
gonna be so for real. I never have tapestry
Yeah,
needles.
you use mine.
Oh, I'm like,
Always.
Jess, I need a tapestry needle because
Yeah.
for whatever reason I always lose them. So
I know. I
always
even
just
gave you a
ask-
little tube.
I know.
Yep.
I know they've got to be in my other
Oh, yeah,
other
I'm
notions
sure.
bag, but yeah, no, I never seem to have one on me ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so this knit black kit has a black metal tapestry
Oh,
needle,
nice.
and then the one I have for like all the other ones. So this was from Quarter Stitch, which is down in Louisiana, but they had this up for sale online. It's this little like wood carved container that I can twist open.
Oh.
And it has a keychain on the end, so if I wanted to put it like on my
That's
keys, I
cute.
could. But it has all my needles.
It's
in
like
it.
a fancier tube than the one I have.
So
just-
and even this is a beautiful product, but the reason why I bought it is because it had the bicolors, and I was really excited about that. So
That is fun.
So yeah, so it was like this is my gay pride item. This is it, just this little tapestry needle kit.
All right.
I
Next
have
up.
2 tapestry needles, and I have an embroidery needle.
Yeah, see?
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel you got to have a sharp one just
Yeah.
in case. You never know. Next pretty standard notions bag, stitch markers. I have a couple loose ones like hanging out, and then I also have a little, I think it's supposed to be a pill case, and that's filled with like just a ton of stitch markers. I probably do not need all those stitch markers at any one time, but they live in my notions bag.
I know there's like a buttload.
So I also have the pill box. Jess and I got these both in Marblehead a few years ago. I have this adorable set of stitch markers that Drea got me for my birthday last year.
The birds.
The
Oh, the
birds, they
birds.
are a whole collection of different little birds. Some of
of
them
them
are
have
3D, some of them have hats, some of them are 2D. I love these. so much because they're just so darn adorable. And then I have another one that I got because I wanted more stitch markers that were like non-dangly for projects that like I was trying to do color work, and doing color work with a lot of dangles was driving me crazy because they were literally like every 9 stitches there was another stitch marker, and I'm like, this is driving me crazy. So I got this wooden box full of, and these crack me up so bad, they are stitch markers shaped like little cat heads.
Oh, those are cute.
They are adorable.
So they're like round with little ears.
So fun story about this box. I got the box, and I got it the day before I was supposed to take Mariel to gymnastics, and I go to leave for gymnastics, and as I'm putting her in the car, I put the stitch marker box on top of the car.
Well,
Okay. Get to gymnastics, realize it is gone. Realize it fell off somewhere. So the next day I'm taking a walk. It is like -degrees outside. It was freezing. And I'm walking down a couple streets down, and I see gold in the middle of the road. These were all over the road.
well,
And I found all but one.
I say, I think you.
Wow.
One I did find later, and it was destroyed. But I found the box, and I found all the stitch markers.
That's awesome.
By some miracle. So those are my cats. I got a lot of stitch
Those
markers.
are really cool.
They are super cute.
I have a whole box of like plant stitch markers that Meg and Jess gave me. All the plants.
I love those
plants.
I love these plants. Some of them are succulents. Some of them are like shamrocks and leaves and cactuses, cacti, whatever you want to call them. But I love these. I haven't used them yet, but I love these. And then I
But they're
have
cute.
like 3 more bags of just random stitch markers.
You know, your
Some
good
of
old
these-
purple and greens.
The good
Old
old reliable, the purple and greens. I've got some pineapple ones, and I've got these like round ones. Do you remember these?
Oh my God. I still
Wait,
have
which-
some of those. She wrapped me up a whole bunch of stitch markers in a ball of yarn
Yup.
for a birthday gift once. And I still have
You
some
do.
of those
Remember
left.
that?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
these are
still
like
have
these
those.
metal
They're almost
just
like little
rings,
flowers.
and they
yeah.
look like wreaths or
That was in
something.
2012. That
yeah.
was like
It's a
13
long
years
time
ago.
ago.
Oh my God.
I still use them sometimes, but they are very bulky. Like they're thick.
I'm just mega impressed that like you have that many stitch markers left from 2012.
Yeah.
Like, because these things vanish like nobody's
yeah,
business unless they're super unique and you're like, oh, I can't, if I drop that one, I got to go digging and find it.
That's the thing,
Right?
Like, if it's a junky one, I don't
Yeah.
search.
No,
And
you're like,
those
I'm
leave me.
good. Like
Yeah.
the purple and greens.
But the nice
whatever.
ones, absolutely not. I'm
Do you know which
Yeah.
ones I actually really miss? The ones that look like little yarn balls.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I remember those.
I love those. I think those are all gone now.
I know,
It
they
happens.
I think
slowly
I might
disappear
have like
into
a
the
couple
ether.
left. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah, they're mostly gone. Did you do? You
Yeah.
did
Oh,
yours.
yes, I
okay.
did.
So for me, stitch marker wise, I actually laid everything out because it's like it was just like all over the place. I was trying to see everything. So, the Knit Black kit has this really cute like heart charm, and it has like a clasp, and it has a bunch of like, I would say like black pins, and then it has stitch markers as well, just round black ones. Super pretty. And then I have 2 of these. They're like count as you go. Like they have numbers on them, so like you can like mark where
Those
you're
are
going.
so fun.
Yeah, one of them is broken, but I refuse to throw it out. And then the other one, the other one is fine, so I keep both. And then I have my stitch marker gift from Meg and Jess for Christmas, which was puppies. Because clearly, if you don't know, I run a retirement home for senior dogs in my house. That's all I adopt. I only like to adopt senior dogs. I don't know why. I just have a calling. So there's a lot of doggy things, but like I have, let's see what's in here. There's a Shiba Inu, there's a Husky, there's a Malamute, there's a Schnauzer. That's another Schnauzer. There's a Corgi.
Corgis.
Yes. A Corgi butt. I like the Corgi butt. But yeah, there's a bunch of those. And then I have like random ones. So like there's a lobster clip-on one, and I would know exactly what that was for. It was for a project where I needed to know where the front was.
Yeah, you got to have those.
And then I want to, who's, this is yours, isn't it? The green rubbery ones?
No, those are just the.
Those are old reliable.
those are just
reliable.
Those could be anybody's.
Yeah.
They're not
markers.
mine. I borrowed this from one of you at some point.
It could have been any
could
one
have
of
been
us.
any
Okay.
of us.
And that, I have a couple.
That's
of
like
those.
that's one of them. Those purple and greens.
I'm like, this is somebody's. I don't know why I'm like, just remembered that one's not mine. I have to give it back.
I was gonna say everyone's talking about their cool ones. I didn't talk about my cool one because they're all in here. But I was gonna say I have like little cats and paw prints that I got from Tina a while ago, and then I have my birds that all came from Meg. I have crows and I have falcons, and then I have a whole bunch of weird ones that I just got like beads from Joanne's. Pour one out and turned into stitch markers. And those are
Jess hand makes a lot of our stitch markers just for funsies.
Just for
if we find
funsies.
like cool
I got
beads
some
or
cool
charms or
scaly
something.
hearts and stuff. Like they're fun.
Yeah.
I guess I'm never gonna open that again.
Um,
I tried to open. There's a tin and I can't unscrew it. Right? It's like,
Oh my god.
oh
yeah.
running
It's like,
underwater. I forget if it's hot
I
or
might
cold.
need a Patrick.
Dude, I'm gonna die if it's pry apart. Like
Oh my god.
if it was pry apart and we're sitting here
I don't
like
think so.
twisting
No,
it
I've
like
screwed it.
idiots.
It's definitely a screw. I know that was
Yeah,
my
dude,
older
that
one.
thing is like glued shut.
Oh,
Oh, pop.
I didn't need a man. I needed a Drea.
oh,
It's true. I'm here for you, Tina.
Thank you.
is that one of them try on your sweater things?
Yeah, the wires.
Oh, barber cords.
Yeah, that's it.
Barber cords. I have one of those somewhere. I don't know
See?
where it is.
I do not. All right. So moving on. I have a pen.
Several.
I do not have a pen.
I don't have a pen either.
I have
I
a
do.
pen. I have a pencil and 2 highlighters.
I used to have a pencil, but that disappeared. I don't know.
why.
I probably used it for something else and then
2
forgot.
highlighters. I think I only need 1.
I have a like needle holder thing. So like
I have 1.
yeah, where when you're done, you put your needles in it so your project doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
I know I have some somewhere because you gave me them. I think the
Are they
llamas.
these ones?
Oh yeah.
No.
See, I have goats
Yeah,
on
they're-
my
they're
project.
like that, but they're llamas.
But then I also have this
toppers.
little S-shaped thingy, and there's different sizes, and you can put the needles in, and they just stick the needles together. And they're actually really fun. I like my green one better. This is my purple one. I don't know where my green one is, and now I'm kind of like sad. I also have a lone cat paw, because it's
Not 2, just 1.
no, just one. You know, the other one is somewhere. But the
No,
reasoning
this
is that this is made for like size, I want to say 10 plus needles, which I never use. So I use one and I just put both needles in it at once and hold
So
them
I have the
together.
same thing somewhere, and I do the same thing. Like it's unless you're using massive needles, that thing is not staying on.
No, but it's super cute, so I keep it in my bag because it's a little orange spotty cat paw, and it's adorable. And I have a second one somewhere. Here's where we start to go off the rails with mine. Not terribly. I have a bunch of lone circular and double points.
Oh, girl.
Yep.
I think most of these are size 3. These ones are just for like sleeves. Like these are tiny. I've got like tiny ones.
I have a bad habit of cannibalizing cords.
And then I have some double points.
So I've got a spare cord and the set of needles that this cord I have came off of that are
I have a longer
size
one.
10s.
Jesus Christ.
I'll
be okay, people. Hold on.
And I have the what's it called? The black stoppers.
Oh,
I have a
yep,
couple of
yep.
those too.
Yeah.
In that same vein, I also
several
have a
of those.
crochet hook.
I have a whole
you
bag of crochet.
Do you have an entire interchangeable needle set? That's what I want to know.
I know. You know what? You like took it in At least yours is organized though. Mine's just I don't remember when I used
You
these.
didn't see the pile of needles.
Yes. Size 11.
Yeah, so I want to. These are from hats. So like when I'm done with a hat, I just don't put it away.
You just throw it in the
just goes
bag.
back in the bag.
Tina's bag
I
is
thought I
literally
was bad.
a Mary Poppins bag. Like
No, it's fantastic.
you want it, she's got it.
I have a lone pair of interchangeable needle tips in size 6. I have one double pointed needle that I use for cabling. And then I have my US 7s attached to a interchangeable cord. But that's
Yeah,
it.
I actually just
hooks
recently did
Oh,
clear
I've
out
got like a dozen hooks.
my
Like, I've got-
interchangeable needles
I
and
got
my
all these
needle
for
cords.
I do have a crochet hook.
It's good for picking up.
No, this one is not good for picking up
Oh.
things. I don't know why I
it's
have
huge.
this. This is massive.
That
I
is
just
massive.
have it. I
Just
just
in
have
case.
it in my bag.
Is it a J?
It's
It's red.
An I or a J? Maybe an H.
it says no 5.5 millimeters.
Oh, I don't
I don't know
the
what that
numbers.
means.
Me neither.
I do have that.
5.5 is going to be either an
H or an I.
There you go.
Don't quote us on it. Don't listen.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's higher than a G.
Yes.
You were using it for granny squares, and it probably just got lost.
Yeah,
in
you're
there.
right. I was.
No,
Before I got bored.
remember that.
I have two.
They're so nice,
And they're fancy ones.
They
They're
are
furls.
fancy.
Na-na-na-na-na-na. I have a K and a G. The K is for my fat projects, and the G is for little stuff.
I just have a G right now, and I honestly think it's because I dropped it on the floor and found it and threw it in here.
Oh, I have 3 metal ones too, because why not?
I mean, yeah.
And those.
Do you have that many crochet hooks and you don't crochet?
Wait, I drop stuff all the time. That's the problem. And then I can't find. So these are the ones I usually use to fix stuff. It's the double headed. It has.
I love the
double
double-headed crochet hook.
So I have 2 of them. I never find them. So I go with the crochet hook because I
need to
can't
get
find them in
another
my
one.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Your
same.
mom got me a really nice. It was like it was like a marbled oval thing, and if you could pop out both sides, and one side was a stitch a seam ripper, and the other side was a tiny crochet hook, and it was awesome. And I don't know where it went, and I gotta find it because it was cool, and I'm surprised it's not in here.
I'm not.
Okay, so and I have a little keychain, which I thought was my make one left, make one right reminder, but it's not. It's a swatch ruler. Which why do I have this?
No. Bam. So do I.
Me.
Yes.
I don't have one of those.
But mine is but I also do wraps per inch on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote in pen
that's
on the
you
back
know,
of mine.
That's fair. I should write
Because
in
if
pen.
I need to, okay, fair. I do yarn saver and I have to identify yarns all the time, so that's why this is on here. But literally, I wrote super bulky Aran worsted DK, how many wraps it is on the back of this, and then I've been using this to determine what things.
Did you
are.
guys all get one without me?
I was gonna say, Drea, how do
Why
you
do
not
I
have,
not have
one of
one?
these?
I don't think because I definitely got that at.
I bought mine in North Carolina. I dropped all the needles.
Jess and I went to. It was years ago. It was local. I think it was was it local yarn store day?
Yeah.
We went to local yarn store day at Knit and Pearls, and we both got
And we
ours
both got
ours
one.
both say Knit and Pearls
Yeah.
on the back of them.
Yeah, I don't. Mine doesn't say knit and mine says
Like I said, I had one exactly like this though that had the make one left, make one right, because I actually do use those, and I always forget how to do it every single time.
I actually have a wraps per inch tool
Oh,
in my bag.
That's
And
fancy.
I could not. Oh, you know what? I got this from the Woolery when I bought the new drive band for my Canadian production wheel. I want to say it was X amount of money and you got free shipping. So I threw this in because I thought, especially with doing hand spun, it would be good to know, what the thickness was.
Yeah.
Have I ever used this? I have not, but I have it.
yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's slightly different.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
you kind
cool.
of thread it through the top and then
see.
yeah.
That is really.
So I do
cool.
have
That's
it.
fun.
But I've never used it.
Hey, you know what?
I haven't spun in a long time because between the kid and the cats, I know the drive band is always falling off.
Yeah,
the wheel, so
I know.
really
I put it back on the other day, and then it came right back off
Yep.
again because.
that's how they roll.
All right. I also have this I-cord tool. And Tina, I'm pretty sure you
Tina
gave
did
this
give
to
that to
me.
us.
Yeah.
I gave everybody.
Yeah.
Mine isn't another. I think it's my other pouch.
Yeah, and I have actually used it before. It took a little bit of getting used to, but it's super cute and I like it. And I don't know why I'm actually I probably shouldn't keep it in this bag because I'm afraid it's gonna break the little hooks. But yeah, it's actually really cool. It's like a 3-hook I-cord.
And there's a hand motion that you do, and it
creates an I-cord. It's really cool.
I have one, but it is definitely at home in my yarn cabinet.
That's
like,
fair.
I know exactly where it is, but I haven't had the opportunity to use it yet.
No, it is fun. I have this one, and then I have Meg got me like one of those ones where you turn the handle and it makes one. That is also
It's
fun.
like a crank.
Yeah.
I have a crank one too.
So
I have a crank one too.
no, those are. I do not have that one in my bag. I'm just saying that I do.
The
I do
crank one is
exist
a pain in the ass though with the weight.
That's true because you got to kind of
really
pull it. Otherwise, yeah, it doesn't tension.
Yeah, the tension
right.
screws it all up. Yeah, you got to keep the tension.
Then, okay, so the last yarn-related thing that I have in here, and I don't know why it's in here because I did not use these beads for this, but I have beads. They're Sheck seed beads. They're like turquoise. They're pretty.
They are pretty.
They are. I'm trying to remember why I put them in here at all.
I don't have beads.
Because I have a separate bag that just has all my beads. So I think I was intending to use them and then just didn't and never took them out.
I don't remember you even buying those.
I know, right?
They're really
look at 'em,
I don't remember those
Aren't
beads
they-
at
aren't
all.
those nice?
And I generally remember the beads.
They are definitely the color that I used for my Morgana shawl. So I'm wondering if I was going to use them for my tapestry and then realized I was using worsted weight and these wouldn't
No,
work.
because you were using wet ones for that. I think that you bought those and you bought the blue ones that you used for Morganis. Those ones are slightly off. Now I'm remembering because you didn't have the yarn with you, so you bought two different kinds of beads because God forbid you take the yarn to the store and compare them.
I wasn't thinking.
So we just have all these beads.
But they're so pretty. But
many
yeah,
beads are in
I
this
really
house.
should put them into. I have a bag that's just beads and they're awesome. There's so many.
I didn't know she had a bag of beads.
I do.
I
It's,
didn't-
it's my
I didn't
Halloween
wanna
cat
know.
and pumpkin bag.
I want to know.
It's a
Also-
drawstring.
Also, can be used as a weapon.
Yeah.
Sure could.
Yeah.
But the amount of beads in there.
Sure.
It lives under a table.
I mean,
I know
you could also
exactly where it
scatter
is.
them on the floor and
Yeah. Those
use
are the
them
clear
to
ones.
slip them
Nope.
up. Yes.
Never.
So I do have beads. And then I have like a candy wrapper and a little heart that my daughter made me that I don't remember it ending up in there, but it ended up in there.
Cute.
And that is everything that is in my Notions bag right now. The only things I probably need for the project that is in this project bag with the Notion bag is the scissors. Like, I don't know why the rest of this stuff is in here right now, but that's the way it is. What do you guys have that's extra?
I have a needle gauge.
Oh, we have one of those.
We
but it's,
do, but I don't know.
It's
where
downstairs.
it is.
I know where it is.
I have
It's
a couple of
downstairs.
them actually, but they're not in this bag.
I
have the
only
same
know
one
where
as
one
you.
is.
The good old.
That I was like, that's the
Old
standby.
reliable.
Old
this is
reliable.
old reliable.
Susan Bates.
Susan Bates.
Yeah.
Who
Susan
doesn't
Bates.
have a Susan Bates?
I like the. Is that the mindful one though? The blue
This is
one?
this is the
That
mindful
one's
one
pretty. I
from
like
Knitter's
that one.
Pride, and it's a little bit more compact,
Yeah.
and it doesn't bend as much as the
Oh,
Susan Bates.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
the Susan
Mine's
Bates one is
deformed.
little.
Yeah, but you know what?
Mine
The
is
Bates
too.
one has the crochet hook ability too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. I have two. Why not? Why not? Why have one? Have two.
I also have
up.
a nail file.
Ooh, I have that too. I have a bunch. Hold on. I got this
Oh
and that one. And then I got this one. The little one.
Tina.
What are the nail files for?
In case
In
you're.
case you got a hangnail.
Yep. Like
Oh.
snag.
Yeah.
That is so smart. I was suffering from that earlier today, and
You
I
should
got
probably
really
get
mad.
one.
Did
And
you
then
like one?
I just bit my nails
'Cause
until it
this is-
stopped.
This is too many nail files.
I
That
think
is a lot of
I
nail
think
files,
Tina
Tina.
has some to spare.
Here, pick one out.
let me.
Pick one out.
I
Just
will
old
pick
nail file
one.
kit.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
So-
along that same vein, I also have nail clippers.
Oh, see, that's
Oh.
smart.
That is smart. Also doubles as scissors.
Now I
in
want
a
to
Also
pinch.
doubles as scissors and a pinch.
do.
Yeah, I
Yes.
really need to put a pair of nail clippers in my bag. Because I have this one that I love because it's compact and it has its own little case, and I love this one. And then I had bought that one because it was on super duper clearance discount because it was after Christmas. It has Christmas patterns on it, and I was like, I don't care. I'm going to use it for my
plaid.
nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grabbed that
It's
one too.
still taped shut.
Yeah, I didn't open it yet because I've been using this one. But I have that one as backup because this one could go bad.
No, I like this one. I want this blue one with birds on it.
Yeah, but I always try to make sure that I have something to take care of nails because you never know when. You're
No,
gonna
that
get,
is
like,
smart.
a
On
snag
that
'em.
vein, so because I also deal with like bad cuticle issues, and when they bleed, this is
Oh.
so this yeah, my skin's horrendous. I get psoriasis on my hands, and my nails, in particular, the skin around my nails, like just calluses and peels all the time. So sometimes if I have something that's probably going to be an issue, but I don't want to pick at it, I'll throw it's like basically a finger cover.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like these in particular is because they have openings on the bottom. And so if I'm using this on a finger that I usually knit and not look, but I have to feel it. Yeah. So if I put a cover on there that I can't feel,
it throws you off.
Yeah, but this one, because it has these little openings on the
that's
bottom,
so smart.
I can still feel the yarn.
Yeah.
So it works for that.
No, that's pretty good.
That is cool.
And it's the size of my pointer finger, because that is usually the one that has a problem.
See, I use those at work because they are good little rubber finger page turners.
Oh, yeah.
Helps me turn
so
the
you don't have
pages
to
faster.
lick your fingers
To
and
be
be
honest,
all gross.
I think that's what these are originally. Yeah. I just use them as finger covers, but it's I think if you look up like a page turner cover or something for your fingers, like it would come up.
I have like little leather ones of those when I'm doing needle felting, which I should use more often than I do, because they do work when I use them, and when I don't use them, I stab myself. So also good to have.
I have a charger block.
Nice.
You know what? That's reasonable too.
Yeah.
Because if you're knitting in a random spot and then your phone dies and it has your pattern on it, you can at least charge it.
Unfortunately, I do not have the charger cable to go with it, but I do have the block.
It's a
But
start.
people are more likely to have the wire than the block.
It's true.
That's fair.
So
That is true.
I have the tag for jeans.
Oh.
that is
Memories.
hilarious. Take a picture of that. That is memory.
I was going to say we should take pictures afterwards for the blog.
Jeans.
I also have a random button.
Ah, good.
Who knows what that was for?
Good.
Yeah.
And then just some more of those like little black
Oh yeah, the little
covers for the interchangeables.
Oh, nice. Yeah, caps.
And then in
That's the
my
word.
crochet bag, I also have eyes.
Oh, eyes.
And look, I have more eyes.
Look at that.
I'm working on a box.
I
on
have a bag
eyes.
of eyes, but I am still missing a box of eyes.
Just make sure you keep the eyes in there so you don't lose
I need to
the
get more eyes.
randomly. No, you don't. You
No,
need
yeah,
to
I
find
do.
the
No,
eyes.
because I don't know where they are, and all I have are the boring ones.
Oh my God. You could search for
I have
them.
a bag of noses too.
You could look for the eyes.
I did. They're missing.
Just saying.
They're in the ether. They're probably in the closet in the craft room, which I am not going into.
I do want to get like one of those big boxes because I'm going to run out of eyes for
Get
turtles.
one of them bead boxes.
Yeah,
and just
that's
keep
what I
different.
want.
Yeah.
Well, you can get them online, and it has like 150 pieces or something, and it's all different size eyes,
That's nice.
different colors, different sizes, different shapes.
I was gonna say, if Joanne still has storage stuff, they have those organizers there, and you could get the organizer, and then wherever you want to get the beads, or the eyes, you could get the eyes.
Yeah.
You know.
I know it's a good idea. I just haven't done it yet.
Dear God. I don't have any eyes on me because I'm not making chickens currently.
Well, that's it for my notions bags. That's all I got in there.
What you got, Meg?
So I actually don't have that much in my actual bag. There's nothing else. I've gone through that, but in my project bag, I have two more things. I have a pair of barrettes
Of course.
that probably came off my kid at some point, and I just took them off and threw them in the bag. And I have a little bottle of handmade hand lotion in the scent Fig.
Oh yeah,
It's
that was
hand
nice.
cream. It is super nice. I love this because I tend to, especially in the winter, my hands get really dry. And I have the same issue with the yarn catching.
Yeah,
so I have that in here. And I think
That is also smart.
oh, no, one other thing I forgot. I have my little rubber stitch tip covers that are shaped like owls.
Owls.
I love these. I love my owls.
Cute.
And that's it. I travel pretty
I need
light.
to get some dragons. I feel like there are dragon stitch covers, and I need them.
There probably are.
Start looking for them.
I know.
Put it out there. If you make I know there's people out there, small
That make
businesses
them.
that make needle cover, like needle tops. If you have one that's a dragon,
Let me know.
Shoot Jess and Tina.
I'll look it up.
I guess we're gonna address the elephant in the room. That is my stuff.
Yeah. What else do you have,
What
Tina?
else can you have?
So one thing you guys didn't talk about was you didn't talk about a tape measure. Did
Yeah.
you?
I never have a tape
Oh
measure.
yeah. Well,
I
mine's in
usually
my
do
knit
have a
kit.
tape measure, and I have one from Socks for Sam.
I
but-
also have my.
Yes, but I had taken it out of my bag recently because I needed to use it, and then I put it down on the coffee table, and that's where it still is.
Gotcha. So I have 3 retractable
Of course you do.
tape measures, and then I have 1 traditional tape measure.
Tina.
So okay, I don't like measuring people's bodies with a retractable.
It's
It drives
fair.
me
No, that's
nuts.
fair.
No,
It
it's
drives
fair.
me nuts. So and a lot of
And the retractables are never long enough.
That's
Yes.
also true.
So I like using it's not very well maintained right now. It's kind of a hot mess, but I tend to take my kids' measurements a lot for different things. So I have to keep my good old reliable pink.
No, I
rubber.
actually used to have a traditional
Tape
one
measure.
in my bag, and right now it's in my room. And it never made its way back. But no, it's smart because it's true. Like the retractables don't.
They don't measure as well.
Yeah.
If you're measuring like people, I don't know why.
yeah.
I
It does
do
it.
have a retractable. I forgot about it because it is in my knit kit, and it just sort of lives inside of it.
Retractables for me are very good for small conditional things where like I'm trying to figure out if I did my 4 inches of stuff.
Exactly.
But if I'm measuring a body, I need a thick, old, reliable rubber tape measure. So that's why I keep this one around. I always have it with me. This is old as hell. I've had it.
Yeah,
for a
but they
long
hold
time.
up.
Yeah,
That's exactly like mine. Only mine's like blue.
yeah. Mine's
Yeah.
nice and
I have a
one
really
like
old
that
yellow
at
one,
home,
too.
but it's yellow.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know where it is at home, but I know I got one.
It exists. No, that's smart to have though.
Okay, so did you guys talk about cable needles?
I use my double
points,
needle
but
as a
you
cable
have
needle.
a legit one, and the legit ones I usually have and I don't, and I'm sad at myself.
I actually don't enjoy using the legit
No, I don't
ones,
either. I
if
always use
were
a double
honest.
point.
So I don't
Yeah.
mind this one if it's a large cable. I like to use one. But the ones that come on the knit kits are sufficient for me.
That's
like,
true.
They're a little bit shorter and they're a little bit more reasonable to handle with. But not if there's a lot. If it's a big cable, like if I'm putting 6 stitches away, it needs to be in.
My
one of
favorite
these guys.
cable needle is the short one, but it has a little bump in the middle. That's my favorite.
I have those too.
Like those are so good.
I have actually like at home. I have a I have a Notions notebook with all the stuff I don't take with me all the time, and one of them is like where I keep all my cable needles. And I have these. This is like an old It's probably a Joann's. Find.
It looks like
it was
one
like
of those.
there's like a thin one, a medium one, and a thick one, and then there's the one with the bump in the middle. I have those 3 too, so it works. I have stitch holders, metal ones. These are for sleeves, and that's why I carry it with me, because sometimes I get to the end of
That's smart though. Yeah.
I get to the end of the yoke, and I'm like, oh, I got to split for sleeves. Oh God, I got nothing to put the sleeves on. So I just keep them with me. I like holding them with the metal over the doing it piece of yarn, because it's just, I feel like it's easier to get
what?
out.
I like using the cable needle, and I cap the ends of them. Then I could just put needles on them and pick it up without having to repick it up.
Yeah, that works too. I just don't like doing
I know.
like
I don't
a
like
piece
the
of yarn.
piece of yarn. No.
Drives me nuts. I have like those, what did you call them? Like the wires?
They're barber cables.
Barber cables. Thank you, Meg.
They're so cool.
I have this set. It's purple. It's with a purple and a green top, and I have a purple and a green corresponding wire. The green, you just see the green right now, but there is a fluorescent purple under there.
Nice.
And then apparently this black kit came with a black one, so there's a black one too. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else I didn't talk about.
You know what I didn't have this time around, and I don't know where it went? My paperclip.
Jess!
I know. I don't know where my paperclip is. I just realized my
For
paperclip
shame.
is not in my Notions
How many
bag.
people have we converted to use a paperclip?
I know. It was blue. It came out with my colorful rainbow paper clips, and I kept a blue one in here all the time, and I just realized that it is not in here.
Jess, you're going to do 7 noops for penance.
No. Listen, I did a whole shawl with noops.
She doesn't even mind them as much as the rest of us do.
It's true.
You got to stitch like 10 inches of stock.
You got to make a super bulky hat.
Ew. I don't even think I have super bulky.
Well, I know someone who does. It might be your wife. I think the only other thing
What's that?
This?
Yeah.
Well, it's a light
Yes.
and it goes on your neck.
Yes.
It's a neck light.
I have one of those too.
Yeah, me too.
I bring this with me because sometimes I end up in situations where I'm bored, but it's like dark for whatever reason and I can't
Like when
see.
you're at the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I think the last time I used them for a long time was when we did it was a Halloween and I was stuck in the golf cart because I couldn't do the walking.
Yeah.
And so like the kids are going around and I had my knitting with me and I had my little thing because Pat was driving the golf cart with like a bunch of lights on it, but it was like colored lights so you couldn't really see what you were doing still and it was nighttime.
It was the disco cart.
It was
There you go.
Yeah, I like bringing this with me just in case.
Yeah, I have one of those at home. I don't have one with me here.
And then my 2 knit kits because this one, my original knit kit there's a couple pieces missing and it broke, like the latch, it doesn't hold.
Yeah, mine.
I was say yours.
But the new one, I'm looking at like even comparing these two, like the new one like looks like a heavier duty.
I want to
clip.
get another one.
Yeah, they
This
definitely
year.
because it's now the new one says it's a knit and crochet kit. So
nice.
They got
That
more
is
inclusive.
cool.
But that one's like it's a psychedelic octopus, and then the other one the older one I have is a plaid octopus.
Yes.
Gotta have variety.
Yeah,
Got it.
I think that's everything.
I know,
You
right?
think.
You never know.
I'm waiting for you to crack out a whole other bag and be like, well, forgot this one.
Well, I mean, I didn't I have a binder that I take with me everywhere because I like patterns that are printed. Sometimes I go off my phone, but I'll whip out. It's like a 1.5 inch binder with like folders and papers in it, and then so my bag is like it's like a full tote.
Yeah,
The tote is full,
it is.
and I didn't even talk about.
Well, you never know.
Just 2. Oh, I only have 2 projects with me. Thank God. If there was more, it would be a very full tote.
In my actual bag, I have my yarn. I have stuffing for the turtles.
Yep.
And I didn't notice this until I went looking for something else, but I also have a bottle of sriracha.
Hey.
A bottle of sriracha.
Oh my God.
For those times when you're knitting and you just need some sriracha, man.
Look, I gotta spice up my life sometimes.
You never know when you need a little bit of spice.
Yes. So my bottle of sriracha. It's not a small bottle either.
No, it's really
no.
big.
No,
It's not my
full-on.
travel bottle.
It's like a honey-sized bottle of siracha.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Well, at least we're prepared now.
Yeah.
We weren't prepared.
For
until you
what
pulled
we
out
don't
the
know,
sriracha.
but we're prepared.
I'm prepped for anything, including serious flavor.
God,
Wow.
I can't.
Oh, God. Oh, wait, hold on.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Steve took a minute there. He was so like
Taken aback.
taken aback by everything.
And that's all the time we have for this episode. As always, a special thanks to our sponsor, Jimmy Bean's Wool, who is where I got my unicorn needles from. They have a whole selection of needles and other things, so be sure to check them out at jimmybeanswool.com. And for additional content from us and opportunities to connect with the cast, be sure to check out our website at pardonmystash.com. And remember to tune in next time for more tips, knits, and wits at Pardon My Stash.